Hello, Björn Pilot here. I started my flying career when I was 15 years. Before that I had been doing radio controlled model planes. But when I was 15 years I started flying gliders. That's pretty young. I was flying solo on gliders. And when I was 18 I started my engineering education for Master of Science in Aeronautical Engineering. That was at the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm, Flygteknik. And when I was almost finished, I got a scholarship at Saab and I started to fly single engine piston planes, Cessna 150, 172, and the most advanced was Saab Safari, Saab Supporter, or MFI 15, a very cool plane. So I got a certificate on single engine piston planes, which was really good. Then I graduated and started my career in the Air Force, and that was actually here at Ljungbyhed, SK-61 Bulldog, and they were actually in the hangars here and the hangars over there. So this is a very nostalgic place, and I feel a lot for this place when I drive the Mustang here. Today I'm here again, but that's for another purpose. We will go to the other side of the airfield here. The track is for the Mustang and track driving. They are just here, and that's exactly the same tracks that we use when I started my career in the Air Force. First piston engine planes in the Air Force, and then jets. We're gonna take a look at one of the jets. This is the SK-60 that we flew after the Bulldog in the Swedish Air Force. I flew this one at I think at the end of 1980 or beginning of 1981. My father, I flew gliders with him together when I was 15-16 years, and unfortunately he died when I was 18 years old. So he could never experience and come along when I flew in the Swedish Air Force. I think he would have been proud. Anyway, my career went on, and I didn't fly single engine piston planes for a long time. I think the last time was the Saab Safari in the Swedish Air Force around 1985. I really like that plane, and it should be one over here in Ljungbyhed. I was contacted by Jonathan. He asked if I wanted to come along and fly with him. He told me that I had inspired him to become a pilot, and that's pretty interesting, because if I inspired him and I had other pilots inspiring me when I was 15, 16, 17 years, it's a really good story. And he asked if I wanted to come along and fly with him. That's what I'm going to do today. I was a little bit sad when I was relieved from flight duty at SES, and I was thinking about starting to fly small single engine piston planes again. I wanted to do it because it was fun by itself, and I have decided now that I will do it. So I will get the single engine piston rating. Should be no big deal, but I have to train, of course, like always when you're flying new planes. So let's go over there and meet Jonathan, take a walk around at the flying club and check it out. Some memories from Ljungbyhed. Actually, I was here again in 1984 because one of my squadron colleagues had hit a bird with his Viggen, and the plane was damaged, and it was repaired down here in one of the hangars here. I don't remember exactly, but possibly one of them here. It was repaired. I got the job because I was an engineering pilot. I got the job to go down here and pick it up after the repair. I think I got a lift with the SK60 or SK60 or SK50, the Saab Zafira. I don't remember really, but I picked it up, and there were a lot of people here, and they had worked a lot on the plane, so I thought I should give them a show for their work. So I remember taking off down here, full afterburner Zone 3, and I asked if I could make a 180 turn over the field and then go north to Karlsborg, which was my base. And I did. I remember only a couple of 100 meters takeoff distance up, full bank, maybe 20 meters above the trees, or as low as I dared, because we didn't have any measuring equipment in the plane. We couldn't see it. They are flying. And we made a 180 over there, and then very, very low over the hangars, maybe 10 meters or so. And I remember that it was below the tower here, and then avoiding the trees over there. You see there was a gap in the trees over there, and go north. And it must have been a terrible noise, but they were so happy, and they screamed in the tower. I thought it was wonderful, because they were only used to seeing small propeller planes and small reasonably quiet jet planes. So that was the show. Sorry about it. Many years later, people at Ljungbyhed, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I think it's too long ago to be remembered. Thank you. Ljungbyheds Flygklubb. It's very nostalgic for me to be at an aero club. Special feeling, like to be there. My new life. It's good. It's just perfect weather for flying. So this is Jonathan. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Hello.
We do like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go flying with Jonathan. I really look forward to it. Young guy. 17 years.
17.
Wow. That's good. Yeah. I remember when I was 17, I was crazy about flying too. This is really, really nice.
It's an expensive hobby, but a fun one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Is it your hobby, or you're gonna get hobby? Yeah.
Yeah. For a while.
For a while, yeah. But you want to have it as work later, or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I'm a mechanic over there as well. I just enjoy flying, I guess.
Perfect. Yeah. It's a good combination, engineering and flying also.
Yeah.
Then you understand what it's all about, how the plane works. It's really good. Okay, in the hangar now with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Let's check the plane. This is my absolute favorite of all the piston and engine planes. I have around 100 hours on it. And Jonathan, he's your mechanic on this one, which is great. And I have some contacts now with a former colleague in the Air Force, and he was Jonathan told me that he was positive to give me a rating on this. What's the year of this one? It's 1950?
1950, around there, I think. I'm not too sure about it, but like
57 maybe.
Yeah, about that.
And it's a B version with a fuel tank inside, and not sure if you can see it. Yeah, and beautiful. Can we open the hatch, or maybe it's closed, or okay?
I'm quite unsure of that.
No, okay, we don't do that.
I do not have the.
Anyway, it's an old plane, really nice. Flygskolan, it's the Aeronautical Academy for the Swedish Air Force. Beautiful plane. And here's another one, 6-cylinder Lycoming. It doesn't sound like a Spitfire, but it has a beautiful sound. Totally different from a 4-cylinder.
I think it's a 180 horsepower or something.
180 horsepower, yeah.
So
and this is also a B version with the fuel tank inside. The B version has a manual propeller. It has not a constant speed propeller.
I think this one is modified actually.
This is modified to
constant speed.
Okay, That
so
was also constant speed on that one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's like the C version without parts.
Okay. The C version had the constant speed. Yeah. Because I flew both the B and C, and the B version you had to adjust all the time the RPM. And what's special with this Saab Safir is that the controls are delicious. It's so nice in the controls. Yeah. Have you flown it?
Yeah, I've flown it for 1 hour, I think.
1 hour, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful in controls. I think I could compare it to a Chipmunk, really. It's really nice, harmonious controls.
Okay.
So it's nice rides.
I have never flown the Chipmunk.
You haven't?
No.
It's one in Borås and Västerås.
Okay.
I think I've flown the Borås one for 30 minutes.
Okay. Wow.
It's really cheap as well. I think it's 800 krona for 1 hour.
Okay.
So it's
That's
really,
good.
really nice. Or British trainer.
Yeah. This is first goal for me is to get the SAP rating, and second goal is to fly the Saab Safir. And this is a MFE 9. I have not flown this one, but I have flown the MFE 15. Actually, it was. I don't know if it was Saab Supporter or Saab Safari, but the larger version with the 200. This is a rather small plane. It's narrow inside. It's a very, very small, yeah. But the Saab Supporter was a great plane, and it was also allowed for advanced flying. Nice. RV4. Aerobatic machine, very nice. And here's another Biafra baby. Has it been there, this plane, or maybe?
Yeah, no, not this plane, but
not this one, but at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, the fun thing with the Iona is he has a duck over every pitot tube. So when you look at his planes, yeah, you can actually always find a duck. So,
beautiful.
yeah.
With something up in the back, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know him. He's a friend of mine. Oh, so this is his plane. I think I will. I need to take contact with him so we can go flying with this plane too. I know him well, and we drove at Drivers Club together. And here's another one. Actually, I had a sailing boat with the name Smaragd earlier, but this is a plane. Where to go? I don't know. Anyway, let's go fly. And we sorted out how to get the single engine piston rating for me. Will be no problem. Great. Oil